How is it going today, guys? In today's episode, I have a really special walk and talk to take you guys on. I drove out here. The sun is just starting to come down out here. We're getting towards the end of the day. And I'm going to do a walk and talk out here with you guys and show you guys this awesome old farmhouse that I like to call Pump House, and you can see it in the distance. And what I'm going to try to do tonight is take some sunset photos if I can. It's kind of looking like the weather's going to stop me from doing that tonight, but it's just a test anyways, because like I said, I want to start showing you guys these places during the sunset and during the sunrise, just because, like I said, it's a totally different world out here when the weather's different. But without further ado, let's check out this old abandoned farmhouse out here. This one's one of my favorites because it's way out here in the middle of nowhere, and there's nobody really out here to bother you or anything like that. So I always feel a sense of calm and a sense of peace when I come out here. I like to call this house Pump House because when I first came out here back in the day, it had its water pump was still intact. You know, their old water pumps that they used to have out here back in the day. How they used to work was it'd be connected to like a windmill turbine, and it's windy out here all the time, as you can tell, and that wind would charge up a battery or whatever it was that they had, and that would help them pump water. Anyways, it was one of the only farmhouses that I ever found that had the whole thing still intact, and it's since fallen down, as you can see, unfortunately. So, but yeah, this is a pretty isolated little farmhouse out here. Like I said, it was out in the middle of nowhere, so the people who lived here back in the day, they enjoyed a lot of peace. And something that's interesting about these farmhouses too is they're always a lot smaller than they look from the offset. And I can already hear the birds going crazy. They're warning each other that somebody's coming now. Let me try to zoom up a little bit for you guys so you guys could actually see the house. My bad. I do got a lot to say about this farmhouse, and I'm walking through a draw right now, which is what they used to build these houses by, because it helped them guarantee a better water supply. And it's starting to become snake season, so I got to be a little careful out here. I can't be too arrogant right now because I've already run into a couple snakes in the area pretty recently. But yeah, the birds sure are noisy up there right now, warning each other that I'm coming. As you can see, there's a couple little workshops out here that have long since fallen down. Let's go check it out, you guys. This is an amazing old farmhouse that they built out here back in the day, and what you'll notice right off the bat is just how unique it is. None of these farmhouses that I come to are ever close to being alike. They all have their own different build and different style and philosophy to them. One thing I took away from this house though is they did not build this house with lath and plaster. And so it makes me ask two different questions. The first question being, was it just a different time era that this house was built? Is that why they used the good boards and not the lath and plaster? Or did the people that built this house back in the day just have a little bit more money so they were able to use better building materials? I do not know. Just look how magnificent this place is though. Just like all the rest of them, the roof is just completely destroyed, you guys, and it's ruining the house as a whole. So let's go in here and let's check it out. The staircase is still in relatively good shape, all things considering, but as you can see, this house has become kind of like a garbage storage as well as a old abandoned house. Look at all the old carpets that are just stacked up. It's just crazy. The birds are really getting noisy out there now. Can you hear them? It's really freaking creepy. Hey birds, I come in peace. Yeah, it's kind of dark and eerie out here once the sunshine goes. As you can see, I bet this house was pretty awesome back in the day. I just love these old abandoned farmhouses and the peace that I feel when I'm here is just amazing. I bet you it was lonely sometimes, and there were times where it just felt just so empty and you were just somewhere where you could never escape. But other times, I bet you it was just so nice and so peaceful. Now we're upstairs and you can just hear that wind. I know you guys can't feel it, but I'm sure you guys can hear it. It does get awfully windy out here. I believe that's where the birds are. They like to have their nests up there at the very top in what used to be the attic. Get a good nice shot of the windows here. What a bedroom back in the day though, am I right, you guys? This would have been an awesome freaking bedroom to have. And I love these windows that are like really low here to the ground. How come we don't do the stuff like that anymore? It's so unique. And I ain't gonna really walk around up here because I respect the depth of a house and I'm not gonna do anything stupid and try to fall through all that crap. And that's cool there too. You see that little attic storage space over there? That is just top notch. This would have been an amazing bedroom too with this window overlooking the sunrise every day. Gosh, them birds sure are loud up there. It's okay, birds, I come in peace. I mean no harm. Now let's go back down these creepy stairs. Like I said, this house is on its last leg as well, and it reminds me of an era coming to an end. Pretty soon, all these houses are just going to get knocked down and destroyed, and there's going to be nothing to remember them by. And that just does not sit well with me. I don't like seeing this old European farmer history disappear, you know? And I know I'm just rambling on, you guys, bear with me. But this is a badass little storage area. I never really noticed it until now. What did they do with little places like this? If you guys know, please let me know in the comments, like, what a little makeshift attic space like this would even be used for. Anyways, let's go back downstairs and check some more stuff out. There's still plenty more to do. Leaving the back door here. We're back outside. Like I said, these two outpost buildings out here are completely messed up. I'm gonna go around to the side of the house because it's my favorite part of this house, and I think I'm gonna be able to show you guys the kitchen over here if everything isn't too messed up and overgrown. I really did rile the birds up on accident. I never mean to. I'd love it if they'd stay still for a minute so I could take a couple good pictures of them, you know. Look at that. I just freaking love those windows. I love how they built everything when it comes to these old abandoned farmhouses. It's just, there's something magical about them to me. Let's try to see what we can find in here. And what are these, you guys? Anybody knows what these are? Please let me know in the comments. I'm so curious as to what those are. And like you can see, this house was built with boards, no lath and plaster. And the roof is in such bad shape that probably the only reason why this house is still standing is because it was built with boards and not that lath and plaster crap. Walk around on the porch, show you guys what's left of the porch here. There's another old little workshop that's long since fallen down now, as you can see. Just love how solid these houses are. Just that nice, solid, good, real high quality wood, not none of that garbage, that cheap garbage that we build stuff with now. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that we have entered the kitchen. See the old water tank here. And what year did they use water tanks like this, you guys? I just have so many questions for my viewers in this episode. And as you can see, the old hookup where the sink used to be, and some shelves, and there's a water hookup here too. Maybe this was the laundry room back in the day. I just don't know. Oh, and I ran into another nest right here. You guys see the nest? That's why they're freaking out so much. They don't like somebody right there by their nest. And I mean them no harm or disrespect or anything. What an amazing layout this house had back in the day. And there's another nest right up here. This is where the birds are staying. I thought they were up top in the back of the house, but they've come to the front of the house, it looks like. Wish I could have seen this house back in the day before it got all messed up and had so much crap put in it. Just like I said, what a Amazing, unique little house. And this must have been the living room here. Awesome staircase going upstairs, and it led into another room. Just super cool, you guys. It really is. And another door here. And I want to show you guys the water pump over here. Show you guys the reason why this house got its name, the pump house. Here she is. She was standing up a few years ago. If you go back and look at my YouTube channel, you'll see an episode where this is actually up. It just blew down over the last couple of years, sadly. And I really don't know what this is used for, to be honest with you guys. And it looks like this is where the well was, and whoever owns the place, they're just trying to cover it up, because there are a lot of goofballs like me that do stuff like this, and they could end up in trouble if they make a wrong move or make a wrong step, you know. And I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not arrogant about it or anything, but I usually keep myself pretty safe when I'm out here exploring these places. I did want to show you guys the basement down here, but again, it looks like the people that own the place are just trying to prevent people from going down there, you know, with everything they're stacking up over this hole. But maybe not. It is just one board, so let me try to come down here. I don't want to destabilize anything or unsettle anything down here. Like I said, I try to be as respectful as I absolutely can in these old abandoned farmhouses, because they're really important pieces of history, and the people that own these properties deserve that much respect, at least, and I'm going to give it to them. And I hope that they're not too upset that I come and do what I do. I try to talk to as many farmers as I can and get permission, but you just can't always succeed at that sometimes, you know. And it's just a hard concept for me, and it always has been, because I don't want to be disrespectful, and sometimes I feel like I'm disrespectful when I just show up to one of these places. But gosh, if the farmers and the property owners just knew how much I love and respect these old farmer pioneer houses, they might not be as hostile towards the thought of me coming around, you know. But maybe I just say that to make myself feel better. Or maybe it's a combination of both. Come back here in the backyard and give you guys a chance to look at it in a different angle, you know, because this house really deserves it. I know I'm ranting on and on. These shouldn't be called walk and talks. They should be called walk and rants anymore, but I just got so much to say about this house. Isn't it just beautiful and amazing? And like I said, when they finally knock this house down, or when it finally falls over, gosh, there's going to be hardly any evidence that it ever existed, and I hate the thought of that. This is definitely a unique house in its own right. And like I said, a lot of these houses seem like they were builder's choice, almost like it looked like however the farmer that put it up wanted it to look like. And that's what makes them unique to me. These old European pioneer farmers, like I said, and I've said in previous episodes, they were very smart and very intelligent and very hardworking and very innovative, and jack of all trades comes to mind when I think about the European Eastern Washington pioneer farmers. They knew how to do everything, and that just impresses me a lot. I've said it many times before, and I'll say it many more times. I have to make sure that their history is remembered, and I'm just doing my part in that. So let me know what you guys think of this awesome house in the comments, and like, comment, and subscribe, please. I'd really appreciate it. My plan is to wait out here tonight and take some pictures of this house right as the sun's going down and see if I can't get something different for you guys. Just such an awesome house. Makes me happy every time I come here, to be honest with you guys. Well, I'm heading back to the van, heading back to Betsy to relax, and maybe I'll take a little walk and wait for the sun to start going down. And so if you guys are seeing this, you guys definitely look forward to the sunset episode of Pump House that should be coming out anytime. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.